What is up, Cheeseheads? It's your boy SackOfCheese coming at you guys with another video. So today in this video, we're going to be doing the top 10 wide receivers for fantasy football. Yeah, this is not my list for real life. This is just for fantasy football, you know, who you guys should get. Just the top 10 wide receivers just overall in fantasy football and who was the best last year coming into this year. I know everybody loves fantasy, and I know everybody likes these videos, so I'm coming at you guys with episode 3. This will be top 10 wide receivers for fantasy football. Now, at number 10, we have the Oakland Raiders wide receiver duo, Michael Crabtree. Now, Michael Crabtree has definitely put himself into the great wide receivers of this league, man. He's been in the league for so long. Since 2009, he's been in the league. He really started from nobody to somebody, definitely coming to the league. Let's look at his stats, guys, for this year. He played 16 games, 89 receptions, 1,003 yards, 14.3 averaging, 62.7 yards a game. His longest was a 56-yarder, which I believe is that play right there. 8 touchdowns, 10 20-plus yard touchdowns, 3 40-yard-plus touchdowns, and only 2 fumbles. So this guy has definitely put himself into a great wide receiver group. I love Crabtree. He's probably one of my favorite wide receivers to watch. He's a boss, man. He's just very athletic, very tall. He can get the ball. Look at that play right there against Baltimore, man. That corner couldn't even freaking catch up to him. Look at this. Derek Carr. Go look at my top 10 quarterbacks. He is so great at putting the ball where it needs to be. Crabtree is just so great at what he does. I love watching Crabtree. Crabtree's obviously my favorite wide receiver to watch. Just so athletic. 2015 he had 16 games. He only had 922 yards, so he's definitely upgraded himself every year. I think his biggest year was in 2012 when he played for the 49ers. He had 1,105 yards. So he's definitely upgraded every single year. When he got to San Francisco, his first couple of years, he had 600 to between 800 yards. And then 2012, he had that big year. 2013, he only had 284 yards because he only played 5 games in 2013. 2014, played 16 games, and only had 698 yards. So he's definitely, getting pretty decent yards every year. So, at number 9, we have Doug Baldwin. Now, Doug Baldwin, man, he is definitely a top 10 wide receiver in this league. Doug Baldwin is a beast on and off the field. Doug Baldwin is a monster. Ever since he got in the league, he's been putting up some monster numbers. He's definitely putting up some big numbers. 700 between 1,000 and 130 yards. That's definitely his range. The only downfall year he had was in 2012, when he had 366 yards. So let's look at his stats, guys. So he played 16 games, 94 receptions, 1,028 yards, 12 yards averaging, 70.5 yards a game, guys. That's big. 7 touchdowns in the season, 16 20-yard plus touchdowns, 5 40-yard plus yards touchdowns. He had 5 of those, and 1 fumble. So he's definitely my favorite wide receiver, even though I freaking hate the Seahawks. I hate them so much, man. You have no idea. I hate the Seahawks so much, but you gotta respect the players that, definitely put up great numbers. I definitely respect Doug Baldwin. He became a big wide receiver for the Falcons, for the Seahawks, excuse me. Definitely put up some big numbers, guys. Last year he had 1,069 yards. The year before that he had 825, 778, 366, and 788 yards, from his career. He came in the league in 2011. Big wide receiver, big athletic guy, big body. He's tall. He's 5'10", So he's like more of a smaller wide receiver. You wouldn't really find 5'10" wide receivers that much. Look at Brandon Cooks though, but definitely a great wide receiver to have on your fantasy team. He's definitely put up some monster numbers. I think he had like 1,059 not 1,000, 159 points in fantasy over the season. I definitely got to write that down because I didn't write their total fantasy points, but I'll definitely put you guys in that. In the next episode, I will do that for you guys. So, obviously, guys, you definitely want to get a big body like him, man, because he's that guy that will change your team. Definitely Russell Wilson's favorite target. You look at some of these screens he passes and some of the deep throws he gets and all those different ones. So coming at number 8, we have Davante Adams. My boy, our boy, Davante Adams, man. Oh my God. Davante Adams has definitely grew up as a wide receiver. He's definitely formed to be a better wide receiver. He's definitely put himself into the top 10 wide receivers of this league. He's definitely put some big numbers. When he got in the league in 2014, he definitely put up some decent numbers, 446 yards, and then in 2015 had 483 yards. But this year, guys, he has stepped up for Aaron Rodgers. Definitely when Cobb and Jordy Nelson have definitely been covered up, he's definitely been Aaron Rodgers' favorite target. Davante Adams is a beast, man. Big body, man. He's 6'1", 215 pounds, man. He's definitely a beast. Let's look at his stats, guys. 16 games, 75 receptions, 821 targets. That's how much he's been targeted. 997 yards, 13.3 yards averaging. His longest was a 66-yarder, 12 touchdowns. He's just a beast, guys. He's definitely a beast. Definitely go get him on your team, guys, because he's gonna change your team. I had Davante Adams for a couple games. For my fantasy team last year, and he definitely did so good for me, guys. Definitely go get him. He was a monster for me. He definitely put up big numbers. Big body, guys. Like I said, he's been very tall. Definitely get those screens out. Nobody really pays attention to Davante. He's definitely a wide receiver where, if you need a wide receiver to catch and get yards, he's that guy. Davante Adams has definitely stepped up big for A-Rod. A-Rod, I remember the one game, it was this Eagles game, he put on a show, man. I think he got 3 touchdowns in that game. He definitely put up some big numbers in that game. So guys, definitely go get Davante Adams. He's definitely a beast. You need to go get him on your team because if there's going to be a lot of receivers gone when you draft. If that's, I don't know where you guys draft. I can't really say, but wherever you guys draft, there's going to be wide receivers that are going to be gone. So, top 5 on this list will surely be gone. But guys, go get Davante Adams. He's definitely a beast. You need to go get him. He's just definitely a guy, big body. You need to go get. So, definitely go get him. So, at number 7, we have T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton is surely an underrated wide receiver. He's definitely underrated. I believe he's one of the best receivers in this league, man. So let's look at his stats, shall we? So 16 games, 91 receptions, 1,448 yards, guys. That is some. I think he led the league in yards. I think he came in with third. I think he became the 3rd or 4th receiver with the most yards this season. 50.9 yards averaging, 90.5 yards a game. His longest was a 63-yarder, 20 plus touchdowns. 2 40-yard plus touchdowns. So guys, he's definitely put up some big stats. He came in with 6 touchdowns in the season. I've been reading these 2 stats wrong the whole time. So the 20-plus yard touchdowns, the 28-plus 20-yard touchdowns, that's the catches he's getting. So catches, not touchdowns, sorry. But he's had 16 touchdowns on the year. So he's definitely a big target for Andrew Luck. Last year he had 1,124 yards. The year before that, he had 1,345 yards. The year before that, he He had 1,083 yards. Dude, T.Y. Hilton has been putting up some big numbers, guys. So definitely go get T.Y. because T.Y. will just change your team no matter what. T.Y. is definitely a big body. So definitely go get him, guys. So at number 6, I have the better player, Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is my favorite target, guys. He's definitely put up some big numbers. Amari Cooper is definitely a game changer for Derek Carr. Amari Cooper is definitely my favorite target, guys. Big body, just very tall. Amari Cooper, it's changed a lot since he came in the league, man. He came in the league in 2015. Sorry, not 2015, 2014. And has just been so powerful, guys. 2015 came in the league, 1,070 yards. So big body for Amari Cooper. Big stats, man. I love Amari. Definitely my top 5 wide receivers in this league, man. But I didn't really I put him down a little low. Number 6. Didn't really make the top 5. There's so many better ones besides him. But don't get me wrong, Amari Cooper is definitely a game changer. So let's look at his stats, guys. 16 games, 83 receptions, 1,053 yards, 13.9 averaging, 72.1 yards a game, 5 touchdowns, 21 20-yard plus catches. He had 40 plus 2 catches that were over 40 plus yards, and 2 fumbles. So Amari Cooper, guys, definitely a beast. I love watching Amari, man. He's just a beast, man. You can't take it away from Amari. He's definitely a big body. You need to go get Amari, guys, because Amari will be gone roughly maybe 5th round, 4th round. So he's definitely going to be a big guy just to get my favorite wide receiver, guys. My favorite receiver to watch. He's definitely a game changer for Derek Carr. Definitely Derek Carr's favorite target. I noticed in a lot of his games, man, he's that target that Derek Carr, if he's getting pressured, he will throw to. Amari Cooper, guys, just a beast, man. Definitely a beast. Go get Amari Cooper, guys, if you need a receiver. Because Amari Cooper will change your team, man. Big fantasy points. Big fantasy points, man. I think he came in with like 200 something. Roughly, maybe like I think he came in with like 140, 150 something, 160. So around there, either in the 40s, 50s, or 60s. Definitely a big body to get. So at number 6, at number 5, we have Mike Evans, guys. Mike Evans. I can't say much about Mike Evans, guys. He's just a beast. Mike Evans has definitely turned around his game. When he came in, man, big body, big guy, 6'5", 231 pounds, man. Let's look at his stats, guys. 16 games, 96 receptions, 1,321 yards, 13.8 yards averaging, 82.6 yards a game, 12 touchdowns, 15 20-yard plus catches. He had 40-yard catch. That was huge, guys. Huge. And 0 fumbles, guys. Mike Evans has done so good for me last year. Oh my god, he's gotten me so many points, man. The one game, he got like 30 freaking points. It was against the Bears, when Jameis Winston did that really sick out-of-the-pocket pass and threw it up to Mike Evans. That game, he got me like 30 points, man. Mike Evans is definitely my favorite receiver. Definitely, guys, go get Mike Evans because big body just towers over corners, man. There's no corner that can stop Mike besides, obviously, like Aqib Talib, Richard Sherman. But besides that, there's nobody that can stop this pass right here. Look at this. Boop! And then he looks at the corner. He's like, get off me, son. I mean, like, he's just so boss, man. I love watching Mike. Definitely the guy. I get him like every year. When he came in the league in 2014, I got him. He was supposed to be a really good rookie. I love it. I watched him in college, so I definitely know a lot about Mike, and I definitely got him in my fantasy team. I mean, how can you not get Mike Evans? He's a beast. And look at this catch. Oh, look at the hit he took. One-hand grab against Atlanta. Then look at this. Boom. Get popped, man. So definitely, guys, go get Mike Evans because he will change your team. I'm telling you right now. He's definitely a receiver where you can count on to get points. You don't need to worry about if he's going to get, 30 points or 20 points. Go get him, guys. So, number 4, y'all know who it is. Y'all know. Odell Beckham Jr., one of the best receivers in the freaking league, man. My top 4 wide receiver of all time, man. Well, not all time, but in current roster or current players, man. Odell has been a boss. Okay, ever since he came into the league, he has over 1,300 yards every year. Every single year. Came in with 2014. Came in the league and just beasted and feasted on these catches, man. Defenses. 2016, 16 games, 101 receptions, 1,367 yards, 13.5 yards averaging, guys. He's averaging 13.5 yards a game. 85.4 yards a game, so that's how much he's getting every game, or averaging at least that much. 35 was his longest touchdown. 10 touchdowns, 20 plus yard catches, and then 6 40-yard plus catches and 2 fumbles. So Odell is definitely my favorite receiver to watch. You guys all know he's a beast. I don't need to explain it. He's just a boss, man. Odell, go get Odell, guys. Odell will be gone in like seconds. He will be gone in like the first round. He will probably be gone in the first round. You guys probably have a chance to get him in the second round. All depends on how many people you have in your league. But he's definitely somebody that will change your team, man. Odell Beckham. I mean, you can't say much about Odell. Odell is a boss. It's Odell, guys. It's Odell. Odell Beckham definitely changed the NFL, man. I don't know if you guys saw this, but those will be coming out today. But yesterday he made a comment saying he wants to be the highest paid player ever. Not ever, but he will be the highest paid player of this year. So, guys, tell me what you guys' thoughts on that, man. I mean, I love Odell, great receiver, but he's a kind of a baby. He gets in a fit whenever he does get something. I mean, he's just a baby, guys. I mean, I have a lot of respect for him. Best receiver in the league. But I definitely don't count him to be being the highest paid receiver or highest paid player. I believe Julio and Antonio Brown definitely deserve that. That's just me, though. I don't really see him as being a beast or being the highest paid ever. So at number 4, guys, y'all know who it is. Y'all know. Or number 3, guys. Sorry, number 3. Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown, guys, makes me laugh so much. I love Antonio Brown. Even though I'm not really a big Steelers fan anymore. I was when I was a kid. But Antonio Brown, guys. Antonio Brown. 15 games, 106 receptions, 1,228 yards. Or 284 yards, sorry. 12.1 averaging, 85.6 yards a game. 51 was his longest one. 12 touchdowns, 22 20-yard catches. I don't know I think that's what the stats mean. I'm not really sure. 3 40-yard plus catches. And 0 fumbles, guys. Antonio Brown, my dad had him on last year in our league, and he got my dad so many freaking points. The one game, I think it was a playoff game. No, sorry, fantasy's not during the playoffs, but in one of the games, guys, he got my dad like 40 points, man. It was unbelievable. It was either like 30 or 40 points. It was so much points, guys. I love Antonio Brown. His hair makes me laugh every year, man. He has like this Tetris block kind of hair. It's freaky looking. But guys, definitely go get Antonio Brown, man. AB, one of the best receivers in the league. My favorite receiver to watch. My favorite. But definitely my favorite receiver to watch, man. I love AB. You can't you can't hate AB, dude. AB's somebody that makes you laugh. He smiles all the time, and he gets you so happy, man. So hype for the season. I love watching AB. Definitely my favorite receiver to watch. But you guys all know who number 2 is. We'll get that in a minute, but AB, guys, definitely go get him on your team. AB is definitely a top 3. That's why I put him in 3rd. Top 3 quarterback. Wide receiver in this league. So, at number 2, you already know who it is, Mr. Jordy Nelson. A lot of people go bash me in the comments all you want. But Jordy Nelson. Comeback player of the year. Best receiver in the league last year, in my opinion. Coming back from ACL tear. 16 games, 97 receptions, 1,257 yards, 13 yards averaging, 78.6 yards a game, 14 touchdowns, 19 20-yard plus catches, 4 40-yard plus catches, and 1 fumble, guys. Jordy Nelson tore his ACL last year, couldn't play in 2015. But definitely is a beast. I love Jordy Nelson so much, guys. If you guys want to know who my favorite receiver is and favorite player on the Packers besides A-Rod, it's Jordy Nelson. I've been watching Jordy Nelson for so long. Definitely the top receiver last year, guys. He put up the most fantasy points by receiver. He came in with 2nd with that. Obviously, you guys all know who number 1 is. Guys, he's just a beast, man. I love watching. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I love watching. Love watching Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson is my favorite receiver, man. He's just putting up so much great numbers. Last year he was definitely a beast, guys. I definitely love him so much. Yeah, guys, but Jordy Nelson, my favorite receiver, guys. Comeback player of the year. Just beasting and feasting on defenses, man. He's white, okay? That's what people don't. That's why he's so underrated. He's white and he gets outlooked. But these white receivers, man, have done so good, man. You look at Amendola, Julian Edelman, Jordy Nelson. Obviously, you could put him in that conversation too. But these other white receivers, man, people don't really like because, they're not black. I guess I'm not trying to be racist, but people outlook them because they're white, and people don't really look at their stats. But let's go to number 1, guys. You already know who it is. Julio Jones. Julio, guys, best receiver last year in my opinion. Put up. Oh my God. I didn't realize. Look at his stats from 2015. 1,871 yards. My God, dude, that is amazing. Almost reached 2,000. Only need 100 and something more, 200 something more. But let's look at his stats, guys. 14 games, 83 receptions, 1,409 yards, 17 yards averaging, 100.6 yards a game, guys. He's getting 100 yards per game. 6 touchdowns, 27-20 plus receiving catches, and 540 plus yard catches. So, and 0 fumbles. Guys, Julio is my favorite receiver of all time. Julio has done so good. I don't know if I put the play in here in my highlight reel, but the one play where he made in the Super Bowl where he caught it with his 2 feet in bounds. That was outrageous, guys. I don't know how he does it, but he's like a freaking cat. He's so flexible. Oh my God. He makes me so amazed. I don't know if you guys heard, but his earring, he lost while not skiing. He was riding a boat, and jet skiing, that's it, jet skiing. I couldn't think of the word, but He was jet skiing and lost his earring. That was worth like so much money. I think it's like worth like $1,000 something or something like that. Something big. I don't know what it was, but he lost it in a lake, and he hired like a diving team to go find it. Dude, he's a boss, man. I love Julio so much. My favorite receiver to watch. I'm gonna do a top 10 or top 5 quarterback and wide receiver duo. And you'll see that in the next couple weeks, or next couple days, but he's definitely my favorite receiver, guys. So if you guys enjoyed this, please give this a like. Please comment your top 10 receivers of 2017 and for fantasy. I'll see you guys in the next video. Go Pack, go. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Thank you so much for the comments, my family for the support, my friends. Thank you guys so much. Go Pack, go.